mountain bike training. I've done professional 80 hours of professional training in University of Toledo. I spent a week up there, and also a week, 40-hour week in Las Vegas, Nevada, training with the bike patrol unit there. That was several years ago. I got interested in bike control when I worked at Transylvania University early on in my career. I'm going to teach you a little bit about bike safety here today and other items of interest about how you prep your bicycle before you go on a long ride, and what items of clothing to wear. As you can see, a lot of police departments still have police mountain bike training, police mountain bike units in their city. It's good for in-town use, and they like to, in the wintertime, they wear the long pants, like I have here, uniform pants. But in the summertime and the springtime, they adopt to a short pair of uniform pants that Blyer Corporation makes. And these are also Blyers. And if you're riding in the wintertime, and some departments do, if it's not too cold. At Transy, we had when I worked for them, they had I could ride anything 40 and above. If it got below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, then they didn't want us to ride because of the toughness of the weather and probably the inclement weather would, at that point in time, would preclude you from riding safely. So here's a standard police mountain bike. This one has, let's see, if you have a bicycle and you don't know how many gears you have, what you do, you count your front sprockets and multiply them by your rear sprockets. That tells you what speed you have. But most of the bicycles nowadays have it written on there. Let's see if I see it on here anywhere, what speed it is. So I'm going to go ahead and count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 2. No, 7 times 3. I got 21 gears in this one. 21 speed. So if you don't realize it and you don't know, you can't see it on the bike anywhere, that's how you do. You multiply the front sprockets by the rear sprockets, and that tells you how many speed your bicycle is. Anytime you ride, you want to wear light-colored clothing, such as this jacket I'm wearing today. And also, if you wear long pants, you want to tuck them in your socks. Or another good idea, if you don't have socks on, you have low-ride socks. You can tuck them in with a rubber band. You can wrap around your lower leg, your right leg. That's the one you want covered, because you don't want to get caught in the chain while you're riding. It can throw you head over heels. Believe me, that's happened to me before. Another safety item is always wear a helmet. We were mandated when I rode the bicycle here at Carlisle and also at Transy. If you're riding a bike, you're mandated to wear the helmet. Any sporting goods store or any department store, Walmart sells them by the gross. So make sure you get one that's properly fitted. Of course, this one's a child's helmet, so I won't be able to wear it, but you want to wear it, put it on your head, and where it rests flat. You don't want to have it tilted, canted too far back or canted too far forward, because then it exposes your part of your head that you don't want exposed. And also, the most important thing, it doesn't do any good to wear the helmet and leave the chin strap unattached. So wear the chin strap, have it properly tightened, and there's adjustments on the side, on both sides of the strap to make the adjustment. And what you want to do, the ideal tension, is once you put it on your head in a level position, fasten the chin strap. If you can get the first 2 fingers in there, that's just the right tightness on the chin strap. If you have it dangling too loose, it's not going to do any good. If you have a misfortune of crashing, it's not going to do any good. It's going to come off your head. And like I said, wear it flat, level, and have the right tightness on the chin strap. And do not ride without the helmet for any reason. Another good item to have if you're riding, especially now that the warm weather is coming up, is to stay hydrated. Most bicycles, standard equipment, you have your water bottle. I recommend you do water or Gatorade. Do not do pop or anything like that, because that does you no good, does your body no good. And you want to stay hydrated. Water is the ideal thing. Water or Gatorade. Stay hydrated with that. Drink plenty of water. Make yourself drink even though you're not thirsty. If you're riding, anywhere at all, you want to stay hydrated. Just make yourself drink and take breaks as often as you can. If you're riding with multiple people, there's safety in numbers. Like I said, a good idea is if it's cool weather like this, you can wear the multicolored fluorescent green, they call it, or the hunter orange. That's another good shirt. At least your shirt ought to have bright colors. Your pants and your shoes, they can stay black if you want, but your shirt is your main thing that needs to stay reflective, especially if you're riding by yourself in traffic. Okay, the rule of thumb in traffic, you got to ride with the flow of traffic. And if you're walking, you walk against the flow of traffic, but if you're riding, such as a bicycle or anything like that, you ride with the traffic and you follow all the traffic rules. You stop at stop signs, you stop at red lights, do anything the traffic does if you're out in the traffic. Some other safety points, always make sure your tires are properly inflated. If you don't know how much air pressure is in the tire or needs to be in the tire, it's like your automobile. On the side of each tire, front and rear, they have the recommended air pressure that's needed. They have the maximum amount, so you can vary 2 or 4 pounds. Either way, if you want a softer ride, then put in usually 2 or 4 pounds less than it recommends. I like to ride with a maximum pressure because I like a stiff ride, but it varies with each individual rider. Another item of safety is any bicycle now comes with an audible, some kind of audible device such as a horn. This has a bell on it, and it has to be audible within 500 feet of any distance around you. It has to be able to be heard 500 feet in a 360-degree circumference. So that's another safety item. Another safety item is every bicycle that you buy nowadays comes with standard 10 reflectors. So you have one here, one showing. You're going to go and count each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Have one in the front. White and amber goes for the front. White goes for the front, and amber's for the middle, and red is in the rear. So that's your color combination. And each new bicycle you buy has that color combination already. The reflectors, every standard pedal reflector, these are called rack track pedals because they're notched to keep your foot from sliding off when you're pumping hard going uphill. And as you can see here, each one of these reflectors is in the pedal. So both sides. So the traffic, if you're riding in traffic, they can see you pumping. Okay? So that's another good item to have. Like I said, that's standard equipment on these new mountain bikes and 10 speeds. Nowadays, you have to have a minimum of 10 reflectors. That's just the way, that's the national safety guidelines or the national safety standard. Like I said, this particular item, this particular bicycle has a bell on it. Like I said, you got to be able to hear it within 500 feet when you're riding in any direction. Also, a good thing to have, a necessary thing to have if you're riding at night, you want to have a light, either flashing or stationary white light that's visible to at least 500 feet in front of you. And if at all possible, instead of a reflector in the rear, you can get these lights now that are flashing. Or you can attach them to your belt while you're riding, and even when you have it. But at least you want the flashing if possible if you ride at night, because you want to be seen a minimum of 500 feet behind you. So the driver's coming up on you. That's about all I have at this point in time. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at the Carlisle Police Department at 289-3710. Officer Guy Turner. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find the answer for you. So thank you very much, and have a good evening.